bitch, which is the legendary Hyperion SMG. So hopefully it goes well. I do expect it to take a little bit of time, so bear with me. As always, when I fight Pete, I am going to try to knock his face shield off. Here at first, using the Trespasser. Alright, now that I have his face shield off from the Trespasser, I'm going to switch to the legendary Cat SMG in order to boost the bitch by a little bit more. When I get my B back is when we'll start actually doing damage to him here. This fight will be a kind of a series of trying to keep my B up, and that's going to be okay with Maya because I don't have to worry about losing critical ascension stacks like I do with Zero. So when it comes time to switch shields for his Novas, it'll be really easy to do that. Oops, I was missing really bad there. That was kind of dumb. So I am going to need to put on an inflammable B shield for his next Nova. Go ahead and get ready for that. Knocking his face shield off with the Trespasser allows us to hit his critical hit spot, which is obviously going to help us deal a lot more damage. Because without the critical hit damage boost, there's no way we'd ever even break his shield, I don't imagine. Well, I mean, there's a way. It would just take forever. It's actually doing a decent amount of damage to him without the B, but obviously with the B it does a lot better. Again, I'm going to need to put on the opposite element B now so that I will be able to tank his next Nova. Alright, so now his shield is very close to depleted, so after we deplete his shield, he's going to do a double element Nova, and that will require us to hide behind the scaffolding in order to avoid the damage over time for that. And so now we're going to have to avoid the rest of his damage over times, and, you know, it'll make the fight a little bit more difficult from here on in. If we do catch a damage over time, we will have to go to a pipe over there and, you know, wash off the damage over time I have. I may switch to a Blurred Trickster column for that, just so I can take out all those spider ants really quickly. Obviously, once we get Pete to about half health, our damage is going to start coming even slower because we are going to lose Reaper. Oops, I did manage to catch a fire damage over time there, so I am going to have to wash that off. We need to make sure and not do that too many times, though, because the ants will start leveling up, and that will be very bad news for me. Alright, now we've dealt with all of these spider ants, we can get back to dealing with Pete. So there's his first blob stage now that we are back to fighting him. And so after his next blob stage, we're going to make sure that we are behind the scaffolding so that I don't have to go over and deal with those ants again. So here comes the blob stage. I'll make sure I'm opposite the scaffolding for this. Got here just in time, that's good. Now we can concentrate on getting some damage on Pete. Still doing really well on ammo. SMGs have a ridiculously large ammo pool, so we'll be pretty good there. So again, his first blob stage. Alright, so I'd say it's safe to assume we've lost the Reaper bonus now, and oh my god, did I get lucky there on not catching that damage over time. I fully expected myself to have to wash off again. Poor Pete management on my part. Go ahead and phase lock him here. The reason I'm phase locking him is obviously just to apply slag via Ruin. Alright, so he's down to the T and Ultra. I guess that's pretty good. Hey, he didn't do his next blob stage. Oh, I got behind the scaffolding just in time again. Sometimes Pete's AI isn't exactly consistent, which can be awfully aggravating. I fight Pete more than I should. Get out of there before those blobs explode. So when I lose my bee, now that we don't have Reaper or anything, I'm doing very little damage, so try to keep my bee up a little bit better than I have been. Again, avoided another damage over time Nova, so that's pretty good. Down to the T and Pete, I guess. Down to the P and Pete now, so we're working through this last little bit of health. Maya's main damage boost come from Reaper and Wreck. Obviously, we're not getting either of those now that we have him past half health, because he obviously can't be phase locked. And we don't have anything to really activate Wreck on, so definitely out of position there, so I am going to have to run and wash this off, unfortunate as that is. Alright, so we've dealt with all of the spider ants now. I didn't even switch to my Blurred Trickster build. I knew I'd be alright without it. Or calm, rather. Just got behind the scaffolding in time to avoid that Nova, so that was good. Alright, we need to deal some damage to Pete. He's in his last word now. We're almost down to the Pyro part of it. Excellent. So we got down to the R in Pyro, so that's pretty good. Knowing that his next Nova is coming up any time, I'm going to stay behind this scaffolding here. Alright, hopefully we should be able to kill him within this cycle. He's down to the Y in Pyro. We still got more than enough ammo to finish the fight, so that's good. Just into the numbers now. This is way slower than the last part of any battle was 0, because, you know, by that point you'd either have Killing Blow or a massive amount of critical ascension stacks, so you wouldn't really be worried about that. So this is kind of strange for me to have such trouble with the last portion of the fight. That's usually the easiest portion of the fight, but with Maya that's very different. Anyway, so there's Pyro Pete, killed at overpower level 8 using Maya and the bitch SMG. I just want to do this video because, you know, why not? Pyro Pete's not that difficult, and I figured it might be kind of fun. First try kind of deal. It wasn't that hard, it just time consuming. And I was using, obviously, a proactive bitch to give me better fire rate so that my bee delivery system would be more efficient. I was using a legendary cat class mod in order to further boost my SMG gun damage. The accuracy loss was negligible because I am using a Hyperion weapon. Here's the skill build I used. I didn't change it at all. Perhaps, you know, I could have snuck out a little bit more damage. No, I think I picked up all of the DPS skills, actually, so meh. And there's my badass rank being off. Anyway, you guys, as always, I do thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, be sure to ask in the comments. Otherwise, you know, I hope to catch you next time. Bye, guys.